Hello! Welcome to the table. I am Nate Garland, your resident historian for this evening. This is cool, guys. Welcome back to Season 2. We are going to be diving back into this story. And I am absolutely excited. Before we jump in, a few things we wanted to talk about. Because I'm hoping, hi out there to some new viewers that will be joining us tonight. A little bit of an explanation for our stream and the sort of game that we use. In our story, we use a custom rule set called Ordnance, which is something designed by myself and a friend of mine, Josh, who was one of our guest historians earlier this summer. So I was hope that you were able to join in those sessions. Ordnance is a 2d6 system. So essentially, it's a pass-fail where 7 and above is a pass, 6 and below is a fail. There are many things that affect these scores, different measures, and we'll get into what those mean, and how difficult something may be. So to help me kind of explain some of these things, why don't I say hello to everybody? Hi, everybody!
Hi. Oh, it's over there. I was looking over.
Again, since we might have some new viewers for Season 2, how about your guys' just names, not character names, just who you are. You can go ahead and introduce yourself. Starting to my left.
Hi, I am Wesley Madera, and I will be portraying Cricket.
Hello, I am Seth Antes, and I will be playing Yannick.
Hi, I'm Sarah Mitchell, and I played Lydia Alicette, now Annika.
Hi, I'm Shay Kopp. I play Morvid Bowen.
I'm Devin Turner, and I play Rock Mubdes.
Somebody tell me what in Ordnance, the measures. Lay it out for me. What do we got, friends?
My highest stat, or Morvid's highest stat, is persistence. So you can see we've got our measures here.
What? You can see it better.
True.
See the number.
Bravery, persistence, technique, alacrity, logic, and instinct. And Morvid's highest is persistence. And so when I roll 2d6, like I am right now, I rolled a 7. I would add 3. 10. That's a pass. If it were a 6 or below, it would be a fail.
Oh.
And so whatever the historian asks me to roll, I just got to roll above a 6. Sometimes, there's
Gotta
some
roll with it.
rules, but yeah, gotta roll with it.
There's a little more to it.
That's the kind of the gist of everything. Now, obviously, there's combat and all those things, so we'll try to explain as we get into those, and we will get into those moments, kind of how combat works, and kind of give you an explanation as we go. And hopefully, Ordnance will be soon available for your use in a variety of formats, hopefully. But we are working on that and hoping to get that out. But that's enough for me for now. Sarah, do you have announcements?
Yes, I do. So, hi, new viewers. We wanted to let you know that we are Welcome to the Table, and we stream here live on Twitch at 6:30 every other Sunday. So, we won't be here next Sunday, but we will the Sunday after that. The VOD's video on demands will be posted to YouTube, so this will be posted to YouTube next Sunday. So if you missed this, or you have to go in the middle of our stream and you really want to know what happens, catch us on Sunday on YouTube, and then you can watch it whenever you want. We also have, tomorrow on September 16th, we also have our very first ever scripture reading. Nate, what time is that?
That's a good question. Let's say 7.
7. It will be at 7 tomorrow, right here on our Welcome to the Table channel on Twitch. And we will decide a show name at some point for that. Stay tuned. And it is also September on Twitch, which means that you can subscribe to our channel right here for up to 30% off, and we get the full benefits of it, even though you get a discount. So if you want to support us and keep seeing what we're doing and help us grow, we would really appreciate that, because we wouldn't want to do this if it wasn't for the people. And so, so if you want to support us in that way, you can. And you get to unlock free emotes and things like that once you are a subscriber. You should look at those right now, because
Some are
they're
going
really
into the
cute.
chat right now.
Yeah, some of them are going in the chat. Yeah, Devin, thank you. So, and last but not least, we wanted to thank all of you who are here on Twitch watching live. And with that, we wanted to give you an exclusive look at some new promotional content that we just created. And so if those of you following our Instagram saw the post today, we have a promo video that has to do with what that little bookstore might be. So with that, Matt, roll the promo.
Oh, hello. Terribly sorry. Didn't hear the door. Didn't realize what time it was. Thanks for stopping by. I was hoping to discuss something with you. It concerns matters of the past. I've been looking into the events that shaped Teraband, you see. It's been a project of mine for some time. Some say the Almighty orchestrated everything that happened. Some say it was inevitable. I know you're a fellow student of history, and I wouldn't scoff at the help, if you would give it. I can say that not everything I've read has been a pleasant tale. That said, it is the reality of the ring. Joy can happen in the midst of suffering. I want to know how the names and faces in this book were able to find it. Well, not just this one. There's almost too much history to pass through. That's why I need your help. Let's open up the records. See what we can find. Will you join me? So, well, welcome to the table.
I loved watching
Oh
that.
my god!
Wow.
It sounded so good.
Those of you who are tuning in with us the first time, you just saw that never before seen promotional video. So thanks for joining us today. Back to you, Nate.
All right. And I apologize. We're having new setup and trying to improve things. So if things get moved around or things look strange, hey, we're working on it. But that said, guys, are we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To go into the record. No?
Don't jump the gun, man.
Sorry.
Don't jump the
I
gun.
was trying to help.
You can hit it.
No.
Another promo.
What?
Welcome to the Parthas continent. Almighty knows it's changed. Kingdoms have risen, and kingdoms have fallen. But the ground beneath their feet remains a testament to ages past. Even as vast empires are expanded, the ring world of Teraband circles endlessly around the divine seat. A large continent of various peoples, Parthas boasts some of the richest resources the ring has to offer. Such, it's become a land of conflict. Though the land remains harmonious with the elemental circlets, it would seem that people cradled on its surface are determined to put an end to their perceived enemies. 30 years have come and gone since the war went cold. Adelia and Falstaff had established peace on a knife's edge. Both superpowers stared down the barrel of each other's war machines, with the old country of Ilona caught in the imminent crossfire. The thoughts on every innocent's mind: how long can peace last? Who will fire first? Surely the Almighty has let us suffer enough. In late March of 617 of the Almighty Cycle, Falstaff's 4th Armored Brigade invaded the city of Rats, while the eastern borders of the two countries of Ilona were overrun by a sea of grey. Within a week's time, the eastern third of Bartolon and Solt were under the Empire's control. Unlike the first invasion, Falstaff was cautious, protecting the resources they needed. In response, Adelia and the leaders of Ilonian countries met to discuss their alliances while mobilizing their forces for war. Under the orders of Queen Viola Isaacs, Petro Valensky, Field Marshal and Minister of the Armed Forces of Adelia, closed the fortress of Ravensguard to the public as it would be used as a base of operations yet again. To the surprise of all of Parthas, rumors spread that another faction, wearing Adelian blue, was spotted to the mountains close to the mountains of Bartolon, while a large contingency of Edivarian mercenaries invaded Proxtrania, blocking the old highway that connected the city to Dekravos, the Empire's largest training base on the western end of its reach. Excerpt from Destershad Daily, April 2nd, 617 AC. According to reports from Rats, the fighting has intensified, and the civilians have completely evacuated. Displaced Ilonians are on their way to South Bast, where temporary shelters line the streets. It has been confirmed that Edivarian mercenaries have invaded Proxtrania. Falstaff forces inside the city have been able to retain control of the southern end, though the city has fallen to the mercenaries. Excerpt from South Bast Gazette, April 7th, 617 AC. Rats has fallen, despite the efforts of the Adelian and Ilonian forces. The arrival of fresh Falstaff forces overwhelmed the weary allied armies. Northern Falstaff forces have been routed by the previously unknown faction, now confirmed Adelian. We reached out to Field Marshal Valensky for comment, but have not heard anything at this time. Viola Isaacs reads the letter once again. With the war efforts, the worries that were on her mind for most of the year had been forgotten. Now, she had the answer to a question that plagued her mind for her entire life. He's alive. I'm with him now. He sends his best. We want you to know that, although he never knew you, he always loved you. And he is sorry. I will write again soon. I will return to Destashard after I record the war efforts. All the best. Declan. Yes. In case this war takes my life, I need you to know that knowing you has been the brightest spot in my life. Thanks for joining us for the premiere of Welcome to the Table Season 2, Inevitability. Can you turn that up so I can hear a little bit more? That'd be helpful. Thank you. Flashes of light. Blurred vision. Echoes from a distance. Let me... Don't touch him! Enough! We need to... Darkness. Pain. Glimpses of a blurred countryside. A jolt. Darkness. Distant sounds. So much pain. More yelling. Silence. The void. Bright lights and blurred vision. Weightlessness. Darkness. Silence. The void once more. Eternal rest. Blurred surroundings as your eyelids flutter. The light is so bright. It takes a moment for the world to focus into view. A figure stands, back to you. Long brown hair, longer white coat. Washing her hands? The room comes into focus. Doctor's office? No. Hospital? Throat is dry. Lips too parched to form words. A grunt escapes your chest. The woman turns around, her eyes in its surprise. She hurriedly walks over to you. As she nears, you hear her voice as if underwater. You hear me? She holds one finger in the air. That? Moving her hand side to side. Your eyes trace the motion back and forth. She smiles. Good. Try not to... You can't hear the rest of the phrase as your head pounds. The void felt a lot better than this. Hey, with me, you hear her say. Would you like some water? She moves to the sink and gets a cup out of the cabinet, filling it before bringing it to you. She holds it and slowly tips it into your mouth. Just a few drops, and the shock of the liquid makes you cough and sputter. Pain again. I am so sorry. She sets the cup down. She moves out of your view. You can't turn your head, but you hear her say, "This should help." In a moment, you feel a cool sensation enter your left arm. Sorry again. We'll try again in a few minutes. You realize you can hear her clearly now. The pain in your head eventually calms to a dull ache. Don't try to move. You're still in rough shape. Don't speak. Just nod. Do you remember your name? Devin, would you like to describe your character?
Rock is looking rough, I'm sure. When last we left him, he was not doing well, clearly. Yeah, he's pretty muscular now, since he's been through the rigorous conditioning. He's bald, he has a beard. He's dirty-ish. just, he's a macho, tough guy.
Okay.
Very, very weak at this very moment. So not very tough.
The woman speaks to you. I do not need to know your name. Do you know how you got here? She kind of smiles. It's a pretty kind smile. The woman that's in front of you is probably in her, you'd guess, mid-40s. She is kind of like, she keeps adjusting the blankets on top of you as you're kind of laying there. And you can hear lots of a flurry of activity outside in the hallways. She says, you have been asleep for a while. It's April 8th. But it's good to see you awake. It was touch and go. Yeah. I would like to see you rest more.
I'm assuming it's like all bandaged.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Everything. There's a complete, and you have like a gown on, and that bandage still it's stained, like, and she says, you are in North Bast General Hospital.
Not the TV show. Sorry.
It's fine. I know. Her eyes dart over and folded up on the chair are a now clean set of Falstad uniforms. She said, "This is a neutral hospital. We care for all the wounded, of everything that is happening. Do you know what's happening?" You arrived a little over a week ago. There was a Delian soldier and civilians who brought you. There was a woman. She did an okay job on the infection. Unfortunately, was something unpredicted. Honestly, open heart surgery is dangerous in a sterile environment, and you shouldn't be alive. Oh, your brother is here. He's asleep in the hallway. He hasn't accepted the place to sleep. He's been outside of the room. We fed him. Do you need something to drink? More to drink? She goes back over, fills the cup again, and gives it to you.
Where are the rest of them?
They had to. When they arrived, the Delian soldier that was here, he took a contingency of soldiers with him from here and took them all with them.
Got it.
You are perfectly safe. No one is going to come and arrest you or anything. This is we take care of our patients. So feel free to rest. I don't think you're going to be up, at least for a few days.
When can I leave?
Let's just get you better first, and then maybe we can talk about it.
I don't need to be 100%.
I understand. How about this? If you can walk on your own, when you can walk on your own, we will have another discussion. I am your acting physician, and I will make the decisions. Yes?
Of course.
I don't work here at this hospital, but we've all been brought in to help out with this, so if you need anything, yes. No names, as I said. You are Vagnian, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will say a name, you nod if it suits. If it's your real name or you don't like it, shake your head. We will try to figure something out.
We're gonna be here a while.
Strong Vagnian. How about Yuri?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good enough.
You can call me. I don't know. Do you have family? Someone that no, that won't work. You don't need those sorts of things. I'm very indecisive with these situations. How about Betty? A nice Etovarian name.
Betty is nice.
Like the actress. Yes.
Yeah. I don't.
I'm acting
I've
as
never
Betty.
had a radio or whatever people act on. So yeah, Betty. Nurse Betty, Dr. Betty.
That will work.
Real quick, you mentioned the doctor that patched me up. Did you meet them?
Yes.
And they went with.
Yes.
They didn't say if they were coming back or where they were going.
I talked with her. I talked with all of them. You need to be able to rest. Technically, you are still in the Adelian soldier. Talk to me. You are an Adelian. You are an Adelian prisoner. They will retrieve you.
Perfect.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, Betty.
If you need anything, you let me know. Yes, Yuri?
Yes, Betty. Yuri, actually, legendary hero, by the way. If you want to come back on your break, we can talk about it. Yuri Holslev, legendary hero.
I'm not familiar with
Yeah, later, different time.
Okay. Yes, I would love to hear the story.
When my brother wakes up.
Yes, and we need to try to get some food in him. He's not eating very much.
He'll be fine.
Are you hungry?
I could eat.
We'll get you some food.
Thanks.
How about you try to maybe take a little bit of a nap?
I'm a little tired.
Yes,
This is
please.
a lot.
Rest again. She she pulls the blanket up, probably higher than what you probably want, and gives like a little, just like a tap on the arm as she walks out of the room.
I sleep.
The ceiling fan in the old farmhouse sways back and forth as it spins. The old dining room table is covered by files, names, dates, places of interest, people documented and watched for the greater good. Not 5 minutes prior, the two temporary occupants of the house were alone with their thoughts. Now, Allison Fredericks sits at the table smoking a pipe. She makes notes and cross-references information to piece together an experiment she doesn't understand. She hadn't given an explanation, but only stopped to take the pen out of her mouth to say, "We have work to do," before commandeering the empty table. A woman looks out the window at the Adelian forces that use the small village as an operation base. You look nervous, Bowen. Take a seat. Relax. It's house arrest. You're not dead. Shay, would you like to describe your character?
Marvin takes a seat at the table. 31-year-old woman, sallow cheeks, olive skin tone, this dark auburn hair, usually pulled back pretty tight into military fashion bun. Right now, Morvid has a pretty, not fresh, it's been a couple weeks, but pretty decent scar over her left temple, over her left eyebrow, and across her temple. Yeah.
As you take a seat at the table, Allison Fredericks, sort of a kind of graying hair pulled up into a bun. She keeps she'll put the pen in her mouth and then forget that, and she picks up the pipe and kind of gets confused as she's looking at things. She's not really paying attention. Like a little bit of the tobacco and the ash is kind of getting spilled on some of the documents. But as she sort of sits there, she kind of mutters a little bit here to herself, and she'll ask you questions here and there. But she hasn't really stated what she was doing at this point. But she eventually sets her pipe down. It's going to be hard to get to Decravos now. Not impossible. But almost the entirety of Falstad army, the entirety of the Falstad army is in our way.
Yes. It will be difficult.
Sorry, Bowen. I've been looking at these documents for too long, and I need your help.
What do you need help with?
None of this, it doesn't make any sense. They watched everybody.
It gave them information. Give them power.
I suppose. And seemingly unremarkable people as well.
You never know. What are you getting at?
I think there's more to this. I think they're trying to expand. The intent was to expand.
For what? Expand?
You tell me. Olin. Is he ever content?
No.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Right. Speaking of, I have to confess something. I sustained an injury in Proxtrania, and
It's your eye, right?
yes,
Yeah, you cheat when you look left.
yes,
Turn your head farther than what you need to.
right. So I don't have
No,
to
left.
explain to you that I can't see out of that eye. And if you take me back to Decravos, Olin will know. Can't hide that from him. I may be just as useless here as I am there.
One step at a time, yes? I was curious. She kind of pulls the folders out. I'm assuming you knew that they had a file on you, yes?
Yeah. I would assume that as well.
She pulls it out, flips it open. She says, entire family, hometown. Did you provide this information?
Some of it. It's not necessarily difficult information to find. That kind of thing you have to put down in paperwork for school and changes of address and that kind of thing.
She flips the paper and she points. Siblings. They knew about it. Did you know that?
Okay,
That's not shocking to you.
maybe. So what?
It just seems... In light of things, maybe... Olin didn't seem interested?
He never asked.
I know this is a sensitive topic.
They don't care about... I mean, they do care, but... people like him, they just get rid of him. So him being dead doesn't matter.
She flips back and then pulls out another file and slides it. Did you know about Gareth's accident?
No. You said something when we first met, and I meant to ask you about it.
She slides the file over to you. It's got like clippings of newspaper articles and things about a local farming accident. I was helping with your neighbor's harvest. Managed to walk away with a limp. I'm aware of the irony here.
Funny. Is he all right?
He's fine. Though I think his dreams of maybe running in the 100-meter dash are sadly not going to come true anymore.
Well, he has a lot of dreams. I'm sure he'll find something else. This is a lot of information for them to have.
That's my thought. They couldn't compile this themselves.
So, do you think there's someone in Adelia getting them information?
I'm not going to make any assumptions until I have any proof.
Not that Adelia doesn't send spies of their own. And if Lydia's anywhere nearby, is she still here? No? Okay. It's a big world. All the people in Parthas. How would you find one?
I'll have to just continue to work back with these files. There has to be a common link. Oh. She goes through and she has like some boxes of different files. She goes through them and kind of flips through and pulls out a file that notes just like tons of experiment numbers, just designated. And as you kind of open them up, it's faces, people's just one after another, people. Do you know of anyone that Olin might have helped? She shows you the end of each one of these. Death, coma, like vegetative state. It's just one after the other. It seems that most of the subjects' bodies eventually reject the changes. Death would be a mercy.
is one experiment. I don't know the details. I didn't hear anything about it, but there is one person who is still alive. And doing, from what I heard, well.
She pulls out and she searches through again, and you see it's just a non-designated person, no name, and it's dated about 2 years prior from the current date, and tests subject reacted well to stimulant, improved lung capacity, improved physical attributes, and it's all of these laid out documents go about 3 or 4 months, and then by the end, physical decline, death.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Listen, I don't know. I helped him conduct the experiments, and then I don't really know what happens afterwards.
All right, well, grab a seat. She looks. Did you get the door?
I go get the door.
You walk to the front of the farmhouse, hearing more commotion outside. And as you open up the door, there is a man with blonde curly hair standing there. Kind of a brown suit. He looks probably, you guess, anywhere mid-20s, something in that range.
Hello?
Sorry. Is Mr. Geloni here?
Is he?
He's upstairs.
Yes. Do you want me to go get him, or?
You hear Allison from the kitchen. Head on up. He's fine.
Open the door all the way.
Thank you. He kind of and he kicks the first step and kind of stumbles a little bit.
Careful.
As he, right. And he kind of walks up the steps. Yannick, you're sitting in your room.
Come in.
Same man, young man with blonde curly hair. Mr. Geloni?
Yes?
I apologize. Are you... His Majesty... Oz said we might have some acquaintances.
Great and terrible. Sorry, I was in another place. Mythical far-off land known as Kansas. Who are you?
Seth, would you like to describe your character?
Okay. Yannick is he's 20, actually. Not in his 20s, he is 20. He has curly brown, short hair. It's a little long at this point, probably. He wears round wireframe spectacles. He's probably a little untidy for his normal self in this farmhouse environment, but bright green eyes, and yeah, doesn't like being cooped up in a upstairs room in some random place in the middle of nowhere.
The young man holds out his hand.
Oh, and there's probably also like books and papers spread across the floor, and he probably would have found Yannick like cross-legged in the middle of all of these papers and things.
Mm-hmm.
Relations, you said? Or acquaintances?
He holds out his hand. Declan.
Your Declan?
Yes. So, yes. Declan.
I'm Yannick.
You're... Yes.
Okay. I couldn't tell if you were asking me my name, but you already asked. Anyway, sorry. Yes, hello.
Sorry, it's kind of an odd thing to...
Wait a minute. Okay. No, I see it now. Yeah. No, that checks out. My dad warned me about you.
Yes, we've met. He's very kind. He's a very kind man.
Huh. Okay. Curious. So go on, please.
Yes,
No exposition for you.
How does it feel now?
Well, I heard, that...
I'm just kidding. I was messing with you. My dad didn't warn me about you at all. But go on.
Oh, okay.
I haven't heard from him in weeks.
Oh,
He's not good at writing. Usually it's mother who sends letters.
sure, yes. Well, I was tasked with finding...
Right.
Yes,
The king.
Mhm. By his daughter. So,
The queen.
yes.
Or my sister.
No, the queen. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And the trail led me to your county's bakery.
Yeah, that checks out. Lots of trails lead to bakeries. So why not my family bakery?
The breadcrumbs.
My grandfather knows your father as well.
Oh.
Back from the war.
Oh, right. Yes, the war. Yannick kind of leans in. Please. Have a seat.
Oh, thank you.
You can just move stuff around. I'm working on something.
Great, good. Keep
But
yourself busy.
yeah, I try. Allison downstairs.
Yes, General
She-
Frederick.
General, yes. She and my dad fought together.
Right, his
Yeah.
superior officer, correct?
That would be correct. Just like the pictures he never showed me. I wasn't supposed to see them.
Oh, I see. Yes,
I
yes.
got into a lot of boxes as a child that were marked.
A curious mind is a good thing.
That's what I think. But anyway, you go on. Your grandfather, no,
Yes.
yes, and my father from the war, okay, and the queen and the king, okay, it's putting it all together.
And then I come to hear that you end up at a secret alien base.
I know. It was a really weird day. We got on a train, and we were on it for a very long time, and then there we were.
I would like to ask the Edivarians about how they constructed such a massive train underneath.
It was bizarre. The Earth was unmovable, and yet there we were.
Amazing.
And there was Bartanium
Bartanium.
everywhere.
You get rock points in your head.
It's always in there.
I also wanted to sort of apologize on behalf of everybody that you're cooped up here.
Me specifically?
Yes,
Oh.
they. As an Adelian, you should be free here, but they don't quite know what sort of mind games they play at Decravos. It's just a precaution until they can see what happens.
Sure. No, it makes sense. I mean, yes, I'm a Delian, but I'm also not fully a Delian. Mom's Alonian. But,
Okay. Yeah, you have an A.
it's okay. It's, not as bad as it could be.
He looks around the room at the littered papers everywhere.
I'm really bored.
Yes, I can tell.
I've been writing fake reviews for days.
Yeah.
Some of them are pretty good.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, it's just a little thing I did in Proxtronia.
Okay, I need to see these.
Oh, they're not good. I mean, was it Maria's diner? She made decent pancakes, but it was a way to try and get some intel from the locals, but the paper never called, so never actually got the fake job I
It's a
wanted.
tough business.
But
You can tell he's like on the verge of wanting to ask you something, but not sure quite how to do it.
so, can I roll an instinct?
Mhm.
Okay, so that's a 7 on the dice
Mhm.
for a total of 11. Declan, right?
Yes.
You look like a curious mind.
One can say that, yes.
I've been working on something the last couple months that only the people in Eta Squad know about.
Eta Squad. Your squad.
My squad.
Right.
Would you like to see it?
Pulls out a or like just any sort of notebook. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would.
All right. Sit there on that chair
Mm-hmm.
that exists in this room now. I'm going to open the door,
Okay.
okay? Just listen. And I open the door, and I start whisper gathering to see if Morvid and Allison are talking
Yes.
downstairs about anything.
Mm-hmm. And you kind of hone this, so you like it gets closer as it kind of moves in.
And I just kind of bring them to his ears and not mine.
Oh, sounds like your friend is quite upset with the smoke in her face.
Smoke in her face.
Yeah, Frederick, she usually has a pipe.
Oh, that would do it. Here, wait. Watch this.
Wait, I'm hearing your friend.
Oh,
No. I just realized. That's amazing.
yeah. You want to see a fun thing that's slightly connected to this but different?
Yes, please.
And I'll just push the air down the hall and down the stairs and try to blow out her pipe from upstairs.
Give me an instant check.
Frostroda. This is just Frostroda.
11.
He's shouting.
Blast it! You hear yelled from downstairs.
Smoking will kill you.
I'm impressed.
I haven't come up with a name for it yet, but it works. Wonders. Learned a lot of great secrets with that trick. Mostly just the secret ingredients at Maria's Diner. Not as exciting as you'd think.
No, I would not. I would imagine.
Cumin,
Really?
big one.
Lard.
Yeah,
Really?
surprised me.
Interesting.
And ghee. I think that's what they called it. Yeah.
Huh.
Weird. Edivarians. I don't know. Lard. Who knew?
Okay.
You look like you really want to
I-
ask me a question.
Is it that obvious?
It's very obvious.
It's a sensitive subject.
It's
so I
like
wanted to...
written on your face, basically.
I was curious.
Mm-hmm.
Decravos.
Yeah. I was there.
Did they do anything to you? Being Mr. Lion?
I mean, what do you mean by do?
Back in the First War, they used gatherers as much as they could for any purpose. And experimentation.
Well, I mean, my first day there, Morvid took a blood sample, and she tried to get me to drink something, but I didn't drink any of it. I did spend a week in a hole. That was awful. But no experiments that I was aware of, unless they had some way of making me not remember them. I'm not fidgeting. I'm not hiding anything from you, I promise. Do I remember anything?
No.
Okay.
You
You don't remember.
Oh,
Just checking.
as far as I know, yeah, no, nothing weird. Just, awful living conditions and
Sure.
horrible food. I guess that could be considered an experiment of some kind. But no, a lot of it I had to figure out on my own. They were just like, throw fire at that. And I was like, okay, don't shoot me. I'll try. Oh. And I'll go turn around and go to a cabinet where I keep my spare melon.
You had some help with that one.
I've got another. No, I'm kidding. I don't have a cabinet full of melons
Yet.
yet. But yeah, no, it was. I got thrown into a hole because I brought a copy of the scriptures into camp. I didn't like that. Though
So
to
I-
be fair, it was handwritten, so I mean, it's kind of rude of them to assume and just take it from me, even though they were right. But still,
I'm sorry that happened to you.
it's okay. I've moved on.
Have you? Sorry.
I mean, they'll all get what's coming to them eventually. But vengeance is mine, says the Almighty. So it's in His hands, not mine.
Bold statement. First one. Right. Well,
Why do you ask? Specifically, do you know something?
no. No, that's sort of the thing I do, though. I'd like to know things.
Because I've had my concerns
With what?
about experiments. I'll shut the door. I don't really trust Margaret. I don't distrust her, per se, but I don't really trust her. She was very in with Olin, and he is the creepiest guy I've ever interacted with. If I've interacted with him, I don't remember if I have or not. Seth doesn't remember.
No, you haven't.
I haven't. I've heard the weirdest stuff about him. And our friend Nalia, who was part of our larger squad, weird stuff after being back in Denver.
You notice he's actively just kind of writing things.
Like, she was one of the slowest in the squad. I was even faster than her. And I'm not very good at sports. I'm a book guy, as you can see. But then apparently, in a letter that Rock got, or something, somehow we found out about this. I think.
It's too late.
Did you
It's
find
too
out?
late now.
You know.
I read a thing that I probably shouldn't have read.
There you go.
She was like really good suddenly and stronger, and yeah, it was weird. I don't know. But and then when we were in the hole, I wasn't alone. It was me and Oliver.
Who?
You met Oliver? Wembley?
I'm not familiar.
Is that right? Wembley? That's right. My memory is slowly coming back. It's been a long 12 days.
Sure.
Yes, Oliver and I were in the hole together for a week. But when we came out of the hole, he was in the brig. No, not the brig. That's jail. Medical for like a long time after recovering. And I was like fine, like the next day. Because
Estonian
heal.
blood, right.
So I, just, putting two and two together. He's probably experimenting on us, using our blood to make us, other people, heal better. Just a theory. Or worse things, I don't know.
That is,
The way
it's
Morvid
concerning. say
doesn't
the
talk
least.
about Olin makes me think he's like some mad scientist guy in a bunker creating who knows what. I mean, have you seen the Vargans north of Dekravos?
I've never been, no.
They're like bigger than normal Vargans.
I mean, Vargans are rather large creatures.
I know, but these are like bigger.
Oh.
And skinnier legs. It's weird. Don't even get me started on Drux. We do not have those.
Dirks.
Dirks. That's what I meant. Dirks. 30 years ago, they were just ducks. This is what happens when Seth is tired. Stream of consciousness. Anyway, I think I need some air.
Okay,
Can you ask her if I'm allowed outside yet?
I can do that.
These walls.
Pipe area.
I think they're starting to talk to me.
Well, I will.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, good.
I'm
That's-
not crazy.
I will. Maybe if you can't leave, I'll come and check on you again later. Yes.
That'd be great.
But it was very lovely to meet you,
Declan.
Yannick.
That's my name. Nice to meet you as well.
Yes. Oh, your father. I don't know if you had heard maybe that he wanted to start a little cafe on top of the bakery. It may take a little longer now.
Oh?
Is your sister always so clumsy?
Oh, yeah. She's very easily distracted. I take it you've met her?
She was very kind.
Yeah, that checks out.
I will see you soon,
All right.
and I will check.
I'll be here.
Sorry.
Okay. Could burn it down. Probably shouldn't. Morbidly.
In the command tent, Bridges sits at a side table, eating a stew while reading reports from the battlefield to the east. You're not hungry?
Not at the moment.
Pencil.
Your brother-in-law sits in front of you, sort of looking at some papers and kind of stuffing his face, and he you can see he keeps glancing at you, periodically, just kind of a look of worry, and maybe a little bit of pity mixed in. But Sarah, would you like to describe your character?
Yeah. So, my character's name is Annika, and she has this long, light brownish hair with some red tint to it. Not a lot, but it's a little bit auburn in some highlights. She's, I believe I said 5'6" or 5'7". She's got these piercing green eyes and lots of freckles across her face. Her nose is probably a little bit beat up, and she looks like she's seen some things. So,
James, kind of, there's some silence between you for a bit, and sorry, I just lost my place here. Closing out of things that I shouldn't have. I hope this is all right. I sent word home
thank you.
to my parents.
Yes, that's fine.
It was kind of nice being alive again. But I told them that you found me. So
I'm glad I did.
can I be blunt?
Shoot.
You need to go home.
How is Everett?
He's good. He's very good. He's well. At least that's what the letter back said.
That's good.
He needs you.
I know.
Sorry, I'm probably crossing a line. Why'd you come in the first place?
Because he needed you too. We all did. I couldn't just not know when you disappeared off the face of the earth.
It's because he looks like him, right? You can tell he's getting a little bit... You've seen this aspect of your brother-in-law a few times. A little bit of a passion. Maybe a very well-kept temper. Probably more now than when he was a little bit younger. So what now? It's... Now he has no one?
No, I want to go home. But I feel like things are just so messy here and want to help fix it.
Look, What do you need to fix? This squad? Your squad? We have Falstaff soldiers.
I wasn't expecting them to become like family.
Oh, okay, there it was.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes you're too kind for your own good, you know that? Sorry.
Sometimes you're too blunt for your own.
Yeah, you're probably right. Well, you get your wish. Go on Frederick's mission. When she comes up with a plan, you'll be on your way. Fortunately, there's nothing I can do to stop that. So I guess my question is, what do I write in the letter?
How much time do I have?
I can send it 2 days.
When is Frederick's planning on leaving?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen her in this sort of... No, I've seen her in a funk, but this is something different. She seems... worried? I don't know.
Anyone planning to go into Decavos should be.
You know what she's going to make you do, right?
No.
If you're all to get back into Decavos, you're gonna need to be Eta Squad. You can't trust them. They will, at the first sign, betray you to that empire. Why did we spend so much time trying to save that one man?
I don't know. I think we had to, though. You and I both know we couldn't have lived with ourselves if we hadn't tried.
I just hope we made the right choice.
I hope so too.
You should eat.
Sorry, what?
Hmm?
What did you say?
You should eat.
Right. Sure. Start picking at whatever.
Bonnie, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. It's been difficult being two people at once. Trying to separate that out might take time. I had to call myself Lydia, you know? No, you ever talk to yourself in your head?
Yeah?
Yeah, I forgot my own name for a while.
Seems like they trained you, huh? I mean, for the bird mission. Kept your mind at least relatively out of the influence.
Out of the what?
The influence.
Yes.
Right, well, I have things to do. Try to, I don't know. Yeah.
I'll let you know soon. I'm just worried about making the wrong choice.
There's enough wisdom. You have enough wisdom.
I know, I'm also worried about Oliver and what they're doing to him there.
There's some motivation. Alright. Back up, kiddo.
Okay.
We'll take a break. The story of the most amazing free gift that has ever been given to us. The Bible tells us that all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. God designed the world, the systems of nature, the way things ought to be. We consistently fight against his system to be the God of our own universe. We're selfish. We hate our enemies. We hurt one another, and we grieve our Creator. Sin is simply disobeying the order and commands God has laid out. Everyone does it. We're born with the desire to sin. We're deceived by our own nature into believing we know best. Despite the deceiving good feelings of the now, it never works out. It leads to pain, destruction, and death. A holy God hates sin. It's the antithesis of his nature. We're his creation, and he requires perfection. We're not perfect. So in his perfect justice and mercy, we should be put to death. Someone needs to be judged if they are guilty. Even after physical death, an ongoing and never-ending punishment in hell awaits all who sin. But the story doesn't end there.
We're told in the Bible that God loved the world so much that he sent his only Son, that is, Jesus Christ, to take upon himself the guilty verdict that none of us can escape. God himself was born in a human body, lived a perfect life, no sin, and a completely innocent man died a criminal's death on a Roman execution device called a cross. After he was beaten mercilessly by his own creation, his hands and feet were nailed to the wood. And as his physical body was suffering, God's hatred of sin and his anger towards it was placed upon his own Son. Every single sin, from the beginning of time until the end, was paid for by Jesus Christ's work on the cross and his willingness to lay down his life as a sacrifice for all. 3 days after his death, God, author of life, raised Jesus from the dead, defeating death and overcoming the darkness that had a hold on humanity. The gospel is as simple as it is vital. God wants to give you life. He wants to forgive the sin that you hold on to so tightly. He made a way for us to let it go and live in the light in this life and the next. The Bible tells us that if we confess with our mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in our hearts that God raised him from the dead, we will be saved. Saved from destruction, saved from death, saved from ourselves. What's stopping you? By turning away from sin and turning towards the face of Jesus, you will find the purpose you have been longing for. You're beginning to believe. That's God's Holy Spirit moving in your heart, pointing you towards the truth. One day soon, God will come to judge the world. Those who believe in Christ will live forever with God and others who put their hope in Jesus Christ. Those who don't will sadly suffer eternal, unrelenting punishment. Holy God cannot live with sin. So those who reject Jesus Christ and want to be their own God will be shut out of his glorious kingdom. You only have this one life to humbly come and accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. What are you waiting for? And we're back. Haha.
Nothing could go wrong.
In a busy hospital hallway, a young man blinks awake. He looks around as staff and patients walk by. There's a nurse that walks by and notices the young man. He's finally awake. You can go and see him.
Okay. It's about time.
Wes, would you like to describe your character?
Yeah. I'm Cricket. I am a young, scrappy guy. Black hair. Starting to get a little bit of facial hair, but not much. Looks to be around the age of 16 to 18. Yeah. And he just woke up, so he looks tired. And I'm going in. Thank you, Miss Nurse.
She's already like kind of walked off. Kind of gives you a wave as she's moving.
So, you're finally awake.
Yeah.
You owe me a new coin.
It was my coin first.
Dad gave it to me.
But he gave it to me to give it to you, so
That's not fair.
It's all fine.
It was the only thing I had for.
Let me know if you can point me in the direction of a place I can buy a battery coin, please, and I will get you a new one.
Well, you took the only battery coin I know of,
Well,
so
I
now
don't
we're
know.
both
The
out.
only guy that knows how to make them is dead, so figure it out.
Okay, you got to know him. At
Thank
least.
you.
It's the only thing I had for
Thank
him.
you.
And now you're here.
Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
saving my life.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Can you close the door?
Yes.
What is going on?
Well, you almost died.
I
We did surgery on you.
kind of remember that.
And, well, you know what?
I remember being really mad about something else.
Yeah, yeah, about that. Remember Lydia? Is it
It's all coming back now.
coming back to you?
Yeah.
She's a snake.
Yeah.
A little
A
rat.
rat.
A
yeah.
little rat, yeah.
Dirty,
Yeah,
like
dirty,
rat
dirty
snake
rat.
hybrid.
Dirty rat snake hybrid.
Like just the dirt, like not even a sewer, like an actual feces.
You know what's funny too? She was. She had the audacity to look sad.
Yeah.
Like she
I mean,
had-
I was busy, but I believe it.
It was.
Like, yeah.
It's a good thing you were out because you would have shot her in the face.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still thinking about it,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we have to take things one step at a time.
I was preoccupied with you, or else I might have. You know, just
Yeah,
were
no,
high.
I mean, I'm glad that you were preoccupied.
Yeah,
Uh,
they have Morvid and Yannick.
yeah, I get who's they?
Whoever she was with.
The guy,
Yeah, I guess it was her brother.
the guy who was pointing his gun at me, and then he was
calling
like,
her Sparrow. Stupid name.
yeah,
Cricket's way better.
yeah. Who also like who comes up with their own code name like
I
that?
don't know.
It's
Cricket
bizarre.
would definitely be a sparrow in like a battle. You know?
No, yeah, no, yeah. And you didn't come up with cricket, so it's like
Yeah.
it's if you came up with cricket, it would be lame. But like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
came up with it because you were annoying.
Quite
but now
loud.
it fits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch out for the food here, by the way.
I feel
The brown stuff is way
Yeah.
better than the gray stuff.
I feel a little.
I've been eating the gray
My
stuff.
tummy is.
You want me to
They said I can't walk, so I guess I don't know if I'm just supposed to go
I don't
in the
know.
bed.
Where do we go?
That's kind of what I think. I don't know because they say that they're a neutral hospital, but every single person that we've ever met hates us and
Mhm.
loves them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they're neutral.
Hmm.
You know, nobody's neutral.
Well, I designed a crossbow.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. mm-hmm.
Okay,
And it can shoot syringes. So
I'm
Really
listening.
useful.
I am listening.
I just need the right material, or not material, the right syringes, I guess, and we could, create some sleeping darts and work. I can wheel you out of here.
Well,
We
I mean,
we can be out on the street. I mean, your bed has wheels. It's perfect. We can wheel you down the street.
let's just one
wheel
step
you
at a
into the
time.
sewers, and then
Let's just see
work our way out.
where I'm at. I'll like whip the blankets off, and I'll try to stand up.
I wouldn't whip those blankets off. It's pretty stinky.
No, I whipped them off already. Just come stand by the bed and catch me if I.
Give me a persistence.
I'm gonna
test.
try
Test
to.
of persistence, my friend.
I'm gonna try to just stand up. Just give me your hand.
Hold on. Let's take the catheter out.
Yo,
first,
just
maybe.
no, leave that there. I might need that.
Oh no.
Oh no. It's a 8.
Minus 12.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Minus 12. What?
Rock, you're a lot,
But no, minus 12.
minus
to the
12.
roll.
Oh, to the roll.
you're a
I
lot,
can't walk.
you're a lot bigger than me.
Okay, just put it back. like they disabled my legs.
You smell like a rotten bargain.
That's not my fault. Like, I literally
You
saw I
have
can't
literal
walk.
open bed sores.
Which is why I'm trying to get up. Like,
Okay, maybe we should clean you off first.
let's just cover me back up.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Game plan.
Game plan.
Chill.
Chill.
You can
Make the crossbow.
go. I have to stay here, clearly, till I can walk. Maybe, like, another week or two. I don't know. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to stay here.
You want me to go outside?
I don't know. I just feel...
I feel like this is the only place where
I feel like
am semi-safe.
if we get released, they're...
And I've been watching your back like a hawk. I don't trust anybody here.
The nurse said that I
don't
was
think
in
I can-
custody. Is anybody watching you out there?
I mean, everybody's watching me. Like you said.
I mean, I'd rather have you not in custody.
CPS.
Yeah, they might put you in a home.
I think I'm a little bit past that, to be honest.
I don't know. You look 16 to 18.
You think the foster care system would accept someone like me
I don't
who's,
know.
set off a bomb?
I don't know that.
My
It is a
foster-
shame what happened, though.
What is a shame what happened?
I mean, like, it's a shame more people didn't die, but...
Either way, it's a shame. You
Yeah.
know? Both sides of the coin, which you owe me.
Oh, yep. Working on that.
Okay. Well. Next scene.
Rock, for the purposes of your stay as you were recovering, you have full IP, but your max IP is cut in half.
You were already older.
Do I round up or down?
You can round up. That's fine.
58, buddy.
58. That's fine. More than I had
Work on some
as the
physical
7-year-old
therapy.
other.
I've been working on an exosuit.
I can't even walk. You need to at least be able to walk
You
for
can
the
walk with an
exosuit.
exosuit.
No, you needed to. You couldn't control your limbs with that. You had to use your limbs in the exosuit power.
I can control your limbs with it.
I feel they're just a little too frail to be put into an
What if we
exosuit.
just chop your legs off and give you new metal ones?
I would rather die. I just need to be. Functional. Cause I'm just gonna go out there and kill as many people as I can
Okay.
until I die.
Well, imagine
I don't need to be
how
in
many
full
people
health
you
to
could
kill people.
with metal legs. You'd be unstoppable.
I don't need to be in full health to kill Adelians
Okay, so
and Edivarians
we go back to
and
plan A.
Australians.
We get you.
Australian.
Different. It's a different place locationally.
Unnamed continent.
Just the same.
It's the name, but
We can get you a gun, and I can still wheel you around, I guess. But I guess that puts me in a position of danger. And there's a lot of people around, you know? I think we need a better plan.
I'm stuck here, so the plan is yours.
Probably should have thought about that the time I was here.
Just keep cooking on that. On the syringe gun. I'm sure there's a lot of dirty needles around here.
Yeah, there's a lot of dirty everything around here. Dirty.
Don't tell anybody my name or your name or where we're from or who we're with. I have a feeling that everybody else in our squad is just yapping about everything
I'd be surprised
when
if
you
I
should probably just be typing.
didn't already do that.
Showing people his high school
Not
graduation
so
book.
sure these last couple of weeks were a blur. But from here on, what do you want me to call you?
The nurse is calling me Yuri.
Okay. Yuri.
And you can
Good
be
name.
Poliver. Yeah.
Oliver. Not sure that's a good name.
Anthony
After all this time, Anthony Boompa. That's...
Yeah. Maybe I'll go by Declan.
Kind of sounds like super punchable, but like that might fit for you.
I don't know. I think it sounds kind of like a prince.
Or like a wannabe prince. Like,
Yeah.
Whoa, roasted! Roasted!
I don't know.
Yeah. I guess I'll just go by Oliver.
What's your goal here? I want to go out and kill people and fight with the country.
Well, my goal was to wait till you woke up.
And what?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm banking on them letting me just be in any infantry. I don't know if they're going to give you a harbinger. A harbinger? A perambulator.
I would like to break more of it out.
I'm talking about your end goal.
My end goal?
What do you, like...
You're asking me my 5-year plan?
I'm asking you your... What's next once all this blows over?
I don't know. I just came to the war. I was going to fight till I died. I'm not dead yet,
Is
so I
that
keep
still
fighting.
what you want to do?
I haven't really thought about it. You were the priority, and now you're awake. And now you're still the priority because you're not walking.
I'm just saying you don't have to die because I want to die. You can do whatever you want. You can go home. You can go wherever you want in the world.
Lots of trails lead to bakeries.
Yeah. Breadcrumbs.
Yeah. I heard a voice in my head, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We're past the point of going home. We're in this till the end now.
I won't turn you away.
Listen, I know you haven't killed anyone yet.
I haven't. I killed a dragon. But yeah.
I'm past the point of no return. I committed war crimes.
You didn't know.
I killed civilians.
They weren't innocent. Nobody's innocent. There's only like 7 dead, 6 wounded.
That was
missing.
a joke.
Oh my god.
I didn't kill any civilians. In case we're being recorded.
You don't have any explosions here, do you?
I can make one.
Maybe not in the hospital, but
no.
if you could have one on
Interesting,
deck, it might be nice.
Oxygen tank, you know.
I don't know if they have those.
Ba-boom. I don't know. What is it? Just like a one of those
Yeah,
fire
maybe.
things? You know, what are they
I'm
called?
in an iron lung, actually. No phones.
No phones.
I'll get the nurse.
For you.
Start your physical therapy.
Yeah.
Speak of the devil. Hello?
There's a woman dressed in a doctor's like coat, long dark brown hair. She's probably in her, you'd guess. I mean, she's probably in her mid-40s. To Cricket, she's ancient.
Can I help you?
Good. You saw your brother was awake. I'm his doctor. Betty.
Betty's here.
Mm-hmm.
Yuri will see you now.
Thank you.
Oliver.
Paul.
Oliver Declan.
She looks at you. And there's like a little bit of a smirk on her face as you realize you had told her Cricket probably a few days ago. But she doesn't say anything and
Still
just
fake
walks.
names. So.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
But she walks over, says, "How are we feeling?"
little queasy.
Sure.
My legs do not work.
Yes, your body is trying to fight an infection currently. You're not going to have much strength to do much else. But if you would like, do you need to use the restroom? We can help you.
Isn't that what this tube is?
There's not one in your butt.
Oh,
Once we can, I want to give you as much privacy as possible and dignity. So if you would like some assistance.
Yeah. I mean, I
could use that in a suit, though.
I could go. I could. Are you asking if I have to defecate?
Yes.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
She calls and has people kind of.
I just woke up after a week coma. Like, of course I have to defecate.
Some of the she's definitely not gonna be able to lift you. Some of the other staff to help kind of bring and help you, kind of assist you. They bring some food in during the whole time, and kind of help you get cleaned up a little bit as well, before they put you back into bed. And she says, "Would you like something to eat as well?"
The brown stuff, please.
Sure. Yes. You can help take care of your brother, yes?
Yes.
Good boy. We're going to need as much help as we can. It's a very busy time right now with the war, and if you wouldn't mind, I could kindly. It would be very kind if you could help with feed, maybe, and other things.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a lot of gloves.
Sure.
Snap.
I know we asked you before, but would you like... It's very... sleeping on those chairs is not good for you. Should we bring a bed in here?
He'll allow it.
We're good right now. You don't... He's good now.
Oh, okay.
He's good for now.
I'm a little confused. You said you guys were neutral, right?
Yes. The hospital.
You also said that we were in Adelian custody.
Once you leave here, yes.
That doesn't feel neutral to me. It feels like what they're waiting outside. Like you're gonna tell them when I'm done.
There are other Falstaff soldiers being treated here. Who,
I'm not asking about the other folks.
if you would let me explain, who are not under. They will be set free. It was a specific brought in prisoner situation. I wish I could do something about it, but
You can. Confuse the room names. I'm one of them, and when I'm done, I leave as one of them, and when they're done, the mix-up happened. Whoops.
okay. I'll think about it.
You don't want to send a man to be imprisoned.
Look,
Did they tell you what I did? My crimes?
that is not something
never
that I
heard
am
us
privy
all.
to.
My crime is just being me. Same as you. Being you.
Okay. I am your doctor. My goal is to get you better.
What's that, Hippocratic Oath? Do no harm?
That's not in the Hippocratic Oath.
I thought do no harm was the Hippocratic Oath. What's
no
It
harm
is.
and
It
let
is
us
not
go.
actually. But
all I'm saying is you don't want to do any harm, right? That would be doing me harm is all I'm saying.
Psychological.
young man, would you just let me take care of you? I am
Like a lamb to the slaughter, yes, please.
Or like a rock to the lake.
To the crusher.
Oh, the crusher.
Okay.
Weird analogy that you would just bring up a rock for some reason.
Yeah. Like a cricket to the sparrow.
She kind of blows by some of the conversation. I am curious. There was one very fresh scar from a surgery, and one not so fresh. Is open heart surgery
It's a path.
a common occurrence for you?
Unfortunately.
Betty.
Uncommon.
Betty, I don't know you. And I'm sure that you have seen enough to know that this isn't normal. And I don't want to get investigated for anything.
Okay.
So it's kind of just like, the less you know.
If there is something I need to know to treat you.
No magnets would be good.
Okay.
What do they call those? MRIs?
Cat scan.
We have those.
Oh my gosh.
No.
What
No
are you talking
MRI.
Would not have those.
No.
Oh, EKGs.
I'm going to tell you right now.
about?
Early tech. Diesel pump. It's a diesel MRI machine.
Pumps out so
I'll let you know.
Okay.
But that stays confidentiality, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
I'm normal, okay? I just have some help.
All right. Well, let's deal with the infection first. And she kind of pulls over and switches the bag out that's hanging next to you. That is attached to the IV in your arm. That should keep you hydrated as well. I am amazed, honestly, that you are alive.
Peak specimen.
That was very impressive.
You can see why they're trying to keep me chained.
Yes.
Yes.
What? There's nothing over here. Oh.
Plenty more of that if you let us go.
You are safe here. I can promise that. Okay?
Do you... Listen, do you live around here? Like, do you leave? I know this is like a busy time.
No, I don't live around here.
You don't leave, though? I'm not trying to, like, follow you home.
No, I
can't
don't.
walk.
I don't know at this
Do
point.
you
I-
peruse the city at all?
Not fast?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was just wondering. I know somebody who has a place, like his family has a place around here, like a bakery or something. If like one day, like I'll pay you. I have money, maybe. Do we have money?
The only coin I have.
I'll find a way to pay you if you just want to like grab me like a chocolate croissant or something, like on your way to work. They probably don't pay you very well, actually.
You have an acquaintance in North Bass?
Yeah. See, what I'm doing here is like I'm trying to relate. Like I'm saying, like I'm not like an evil monster, like what you probably heard.
I don't.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Preconceived notions are preconceived notions. There's propaganda everywhere. Whatever.
Young man, please. You are assuming something about me.
No. Hey, listen. I've
Quiet.
I'm just asking for a chocolate
I
croissant.
will take care of you. I do not see you as someone who is a monster.
You'd be the first.
Would you like one as well?
Chocolate croissant?
So like you just know, like the chocolate croissant is that good. You
I can
know
ask
where,
it out.
You know where it's from. Oh, so you don't know.
Not particularly.
But I think it is like the way I heard it described. It is like people will know if you say chocolate croissant. They'll know.
Okay.
I don't know the name of it though. Jaloni maybe like Jaloni's cafe, bakery. I don't know.
Okay, I can ask.
But yeah, good friend of mine.
It's good to have good friends. All right, well, you two probably want to have some privacy. Let me know if you need anything or if you something, you know, I'll check in to make sure later. And ring, and she points, and there's actually like a little like bell that sits. If you need any assistance, yes?
But not for chocolate croissants. It's not the chocolate croissant bell.
Not the chocolate croissant bell, but they will be here. I promise.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it.
Okay. Rest up. Both of you, as much as you need. She kind of gives a smile as she walks out of the room.
We could take her out and steal her lab coat.
She's fine. Good feeling about Betty, okay? Working an angle. She's gonna take one bite of that chocolate croissant and she's gonna go, I have to help these guys. Or so I've heard. Well, I tipped her off.
You guys good? Same day. Actually, yes. Let me give you a date. April 9th. 6:17 AC. The three of you stand with a group of Adelian soldiers in a command tent in the middle of this sort of farmhouse area that's been commandeered by Oz's Adelian army. Kind of spaced apart. Allison Fredericks kind of leans over a table. And there's probably 20 people in this room currently. James stands next to you. And you two are kind of together, but there's definitely more of a whether it's not outright, but more of a you can kind of tell that you're being watched. All right. The offer that I gave you. Well, not really an offer. It's time to get back to Decravos, and I need your help. The Edivarians have taken Proxtrania. And it gives us a good window to at least get into the city. So the plan is to get you back through the tunnels, aboard the train, and back through the old metro station into Proxtranian, which you can head north. Falstadt still heavily controls Decravos, but at least we're not crossing a front line that's currently ravaging Ilona. The goal is to, if we can't get Olin, figure out who he works for. We need information. There's more to this. Bowen, you saw the papers? These experiments are concerning, to say the least. With the whole war going on right now, it seems like a good time to, well, get information when they least expect it.
The laugh. Sorry. The music was wild for a second. Music was doing the Macarena.
It was like the one scene, I forget which animated movie, when they all started like beatboxing together.
It sounded like the credits of Avatar: The Last Airbender, where it's like.
Sorry.
What was it, Ice Age or something? All the different sloths.
Yeah.
You digress.
Yeah,
There is information that we found that these experiments eventually end with the subject's death. We can't have them to continue, especially if our people are being taken. There's a tax that still exists on the Ilonians, and that's more people for Olin to have his way with. So, we need to put an end to it. You are all assumed to still be under the command of Falstaff. Eta Squad needs to get back to Decravos. It's going to be your way in. But the problem is, we need the Monvideps. They're not going to accept you without them.
Where are they?
Not fast.
Do we know? Okay, I do then.
Yeah.
Will we be going there to get them?
I leave it up to you. They can come by force or persuasion. Either way, they're going to get here.
I wouldn't mind going.
Let us try to talk to them. Try.
He stares at you, Monica. What you call, Sparrow?
I think we should talk to them.
You gonna go?
Would it be alright if I joined up with them later?
I can allow it.
It would probably be best. I don't think he'd be alive if Brock hadn't nearly died. He seemed pretty upset.
I'm aware.
Your, our friend, and I do say friend, Oliver, is currently at this base, yes?
Yes.
We should get him back.
I agree.
If there's any information that I have not been told, now is the time to tell me.
Could you remind us what information you have been told?
That's fair. You guys had... She knows about the mission. She was there. Into Proxtrania. When you guys had your conversation, what did you say about when she asked? I can't remember now. I know it was literally an hour ago.
Yes.
But you told her that.
I didn't mention Nalia's
You
name.
didn't mention her name.
that there was someone that was having success.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, was that the person?
But the timeline was weird. Wasn't it 2 years before?
No.
No,
The 2 years
different.
person was
Oh,
just.
okay.
It was a case where it was working and then it wasn't.
Oh,
That is which one? Where are we at? I have
Yeah.
to see this.
we got 10.
Yes, please say.
10 gifted subs from PXLWS.
Thank you so.
I don't know
much.
who that is.
Thank
We
you.
probably it's probably somebody that we didn't have. Yes, yes, they did subscribe.
Appreciate that.
So that's 11 total.
Awesome. Woohoo! So exciting.
Thank you.
Sorry for the interruption.
No,
but,
that
you know,
was a good interruption.
We
appreciate that.
Worthy. Thank you,
That's so exciting.
PXLWS.
Thank you.
BXLW.
Yes, PXLWS.
Coming to you live.
Sorry, where
What about the one that got away? The one from C8. Did we ever find him?
Yeah, did we find Pierre?
That might be a bit of a compromise to this goal of us assuming that
Oh,
was Eta Squad.
that was the. That
He was a witness.
I remember him. Yes.
Yes. Did
To us shooting his lot.
That's why we need Rock and Cricket, because
What happened to Tatiana, Lawrence, Algernon, and Igor?
They, as far as you know, they just ran. They don't
All
like
ran.
like they like threw off their patches and bolted.
Well, one of them was helping with the surgery for a minute.
That was
Yeah,
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Lawrence
Okay,
was
but
helping
the other
with surgery.
three, they.
Yep.
it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I couldn't. Tatiana, Algie, and Igor, and I couldn't find him. And then they ran away. Lame.
That's why we need Rock and Cricket. He saw everything that happened. Yeah.
do we think that Kislev would have told anyone about Rock's weakness?
He didn't know.
Okay. I meant weakness as in he didn't shoot Oliver when he was asked to.
That I don't know.
I mean, Pierre was there when he said what he said. So, we would all know about it now.
So that might be a loose end to be aware of.
Okay. Right. Well.
So, yeah, so maybe keep looking for them.
I'm going to do something that is going to upset my my lieutenant. You two can go to the hospital by yourselves.
Okay.
And there is a murmur in this tent right now.
Right, there's like 20 other people there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
When should we leave?
We get some food in the afternoon.
And how will we get there?
You can take the
I don't know how to drive.
Ellen.
Seen it done a few
Oh
times.
my goodness.
I
Okay.
can't
All
say
right. Well,
I mean, sorry, we have public transportation in North Boston.
no, it's fine. That's
Cricket was our driver.
I used to drive the tractor on the farm, but
We could try it. I'm
try
sure we
it.
could figure
We
it
could try
out.
it.
We're intelligent people. Can't be that hard.
You can take a civilian car. Don't crash it, please.
yes.
Yes, sir.
And
Mm.
what happens if we can't convince them?
Well, I'm going to believe that you can. Because all of his life is in your hands.
We'll be fine. We'll get it done. We'll get it done.
She says to everybody in the tent, she says, you three, stay. Everyone dismissed.
Who else? She reached out.
I don't know.
Let me go get Lydia real quick.
For you, stop that.
Only I touch them.
It's
It's like touching my eyeballs. I can touch my eyeballs. You wouldn't say this is bad.
When was the last time you watched your dice?
This is why people need to watch their dice.
But it's just.
Notes in the
I haven't
chat.
touched
Should you
these
touch
since.
your
Did you watch your
eyeballs with
dice?
your dice?
I didn't touch my eyeballs with my dice.
I
Do you wash your dice? Do you
need...
touch your eyeballs with your
If yes,
Sorry, Nate.
wash.
I am no longer a general or petrichard to the king. I'm asking you to do this. I need you to save Oliver.
Yes. We're all in agreement on that one point. But I can't guarantee that those two, the Medvedevs, will be.
I hear what you're saying. And if it doesn't work with them, we will think of a different plan. I owe it to his grandfather.
You knew him?
Yes. I need to apologize for deceiving you. I was doing my job. And now I'm asking you to trust me. So I am telling you now, from this day forward, no secrets.
Honestly, I'm surprised I didn't recognize you before, and your picture was on my parents' bedroom for years, with the other people in the picture.
How long?
Above the fireplace.
In their bed? They have a fireplace in their bed?
We only have the one.
How long were you in hiding before you came to Deckerville?
Most of my life. I wasn't in Edavaria for a long time with ours, but we've been working on this for a while. Honestly, to be quite blunt, I'm sort of a homebody, so leaving the continent wasn't something I really wanted to do. I thank you for your help, and I will assist as much as I can.
We'll do our best.
That's all we can ask.
Should we come back here or go from there to Decravos? What's the plan after we get them?
I'd say bring them here. The roads from here to Bast are still under Adelian control, so.
Where exactly are we?
She's leaning over a mat, and she points. You're not too far from Hargrave's Hollow, where you guys had were brought as everyone had left the crow's nest. But they kind of have been using some of the old farmhouses that got evacuated. So you're just on an old farm homestead that's north of Bast. North of Bast. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Copy that.
Yeah. You're in between the mountains and
Copy.
North Bast. Yeah.
So we'll be driving south.
Correct.
To get to north. Back.
You got it. Yep.
Very good. All right. Where's this car?
She goes to a box and opens it up, and there's just like lines of like keys. She takes one out.
And like I'm gonna fit in that box.
Listen, you never know what Stella's come up with in
Hot
the last
Wheels.
30 years.
You know,
Never know what Stella came up
That
with in
thing?
30 years.
No phones.
that
No
piece of
phone
that-
stuff. Pocket-sized cars, but
Shoddy craftsmanship. Stella.
whoa, whoa!
It's like that
Casmid
from
is
the Grinch
influenced.
where he's like sitting on
Yeah.
top of it.
All right.
I'll drive.
Okay. We'll see you when we get back.
Turn the GPS on, why don't you?
The what?
It's always on. I can't turn it off. Especially now that I know where I am.
Just give me plenty of heads up before a turn.
Oh, I mean... Oh, right. Yes, don't worry. I'll be on your left.
That's why I was like looking at you. I was like, you can't see out of one eye and you're driving.
Why don't I drive? I'll drive. I'll drive. I'll drive.
I forgot.
Before the two of you leave, I want to catch you outside the door.
Catch you outside. How about that?
I know I've probably apologized a lot in the last week, but I am very sorry for lying to you.
Almost everyone I've met in my life has something to hide. Big things, small things.
I don't want to anymore.
Okay.
My name is Annika Bridges.
And?
James Bridges is my brother-in-law, and I went to Decravos to find him because we didn't know where he was.
Is August actually dead?
His name wasn't August. It was Joseph. Joseph Bridges. He passed away from a disease. Fighting for Delia. I have a son.
Sorry.
So she has a son? Is that what you said? You said she had a son?
His name is Everett, and I'm going to go see him.
Now?
Either before you leave, or I will meet you there. And if not, it just means that my career's come to an end. I don't think Rock and Cricket will ever forgive me. And I don't know about the two of you, but that's all right. I don't ask for forgiveness. I just wanted to let you know that I'm sorry.
I've done a lot of things I regret. I don't know if you regret this, but I understand wanting to change what's happened. Good luck.
You too. Both of you.
You knew it once said, forgive someone 70 times 7 times. Even when we don't want to, forgiveness is a gift. I forgive you, but I still don't trust you.
That's all right. I don't really trust myself either, so. Sorry, that sounded... It made a lot more sense in my head.
We should go.
Thank you. Good luck.
You should put that in one
Almighty
of.
be with you.
You should put that in one of your poems.
Oh, I'm terrible at poetry.
Sonnet.
Oh, since we're not doing secrets anymore, I was never actually writing poetry. I was just copying the Psalms. So it wasn't actually my words.
Mm.
The scriptures they found on me in Declaros, I was writing from memory.
Right.
Not a poet.
That's okay.
Anyway,
Let's go.
we should go. I picked a sweet ride. It's gonna be great.
Okay.
How do I do this? It goes in.
That's an ignition. Yes.
Do I have to push the gas when I?
Oh, the one on the left, all the way on the left. The
The
one that's
left?
got a gap.
There's like 4 of them.
Yes.
My left. Okay. Do I have to roll anything?
To start the car.
Do I have to roll the truck?
Late afternoon.
Thank you.
Not even.
As you two, the mod devs are probably eating an early dinner.
Gray.
I got it's greenish yellow.
Oh, that one's pretty good.
Mm. It goes right through you.
Comes out the same color.
Yeah. This place sucks. Gruel of a different color, you know.
Yeah, just wait till we get better and we can go save Morvid and Yonic.
I don't even. I don't. Do they want saved? I don't know what any. I don't know. All I know is me and you. This could go so deep. You know, we're the only ones from Falstaff. They're all from here and there. And I trust you. And
I don't like secrets.
Sally.
You were saying? Voice in my head.
Betty.
Betty, I'll get it. Hello?
Are we doing okay?
Yeah. The food is especially green today.
Compliments to the chef.
I wanted to say that you two you have visitors?
Are they coming to take me?
Civilian close, actually, the two of your group.
Our group?
The ones that brought you here.
Really handsome young man.
He is quite handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lady with like a mangled face.
Wow.
It's a defining feature. Maybe.
I wouldn't say
It's not
that.
mang-
Thank
it's not
you,
mang-
Betty.
It's not mangled.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Betty's
Betty.
a girl's girl. Okay.
Yeah. That actually is delightful to you.
If you're talking about the very large scar on her forehead, I think it suits her.
Then why did you whisper it?
Because
She is the she's the chef.
she does. That's what she does.
She
When
cooked.
Nate just did, that's what Betty just did.
She cooked. Somebody let her cook right here.
Are you up for visitors?
Those visitors. You can ask about other visitors.
Okay.
We only ever see you. Do you ever leave?
It is.
There's
It's
no
been
shift?
6 hours.
okay.
I'm still working.
I'm just picturing days. Days go by.
always
Sorry, never mind, Betty.
Perpetual Betty.
Every time I sleep, I feel like I wake up and it's a new day.
If it's 6 hours and you visited us 3 times,
That's
you're a great doctor.
yeah.
Yes.
The doctor from our hometown, he doesn't even visit more than twice every 6
Don't
months.
tell me where you were from. Don't do
I
that.
said my hometown.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to.
And all you know is
Don't
it's
say
very-
anything.
All you know is it has very poor health care. Like
Okay.
maybe twice a year he'll stop by.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I will go get them.
Thanks.
It's about 5 minutes later.
You want to get it? I'll get it. Hello? Hey! We were gonna come save you! You got away!
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great!
I will push past you. Hey,
Oh,
you're awake.
Yeah?
don't look rough.
Thank you.
Don't.
I am rough,
His blanket,
actually.
It's a little.
I'm infected.
I'm sorry.
Diseased.
It wasn't the best place to do that.
No, it's
I'm-
fine. They said that you did a really good job.
So glad to see that you're doing all right.
My legs don't work though.
Yet.
I don't know.
They will. Nothing should have happened.
I don't know. Who to trust?
I mean, it was your
I could be
butter.
missing a vertebrae for all I know.
I don't think you'd be missing a vertebrae.
Now they could have I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
Here, yeah. Yeah, he could be missing a vertebrae, though.
Thank you.
I grab the stethoscope off the table and the side table, and I start listening.
Whirs, clicks, and a steady rhythm.
Good.
It's mechanical heart. It's great.
The coin worked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
think
not
it was.
getting it back, apparently.
That's you had plenty of time to study the coin. Get cooking on a new one.
I'm afraid that that's what your really only option is. If that happens again, he needs another coin, and you're probably the only one smart enough to figure that out.
I don't even.
I didn't know it was a magical battery
It's
until
not magical.
Well, I mean, science is magic. Let's be honest.
Okay.
Sometimes it does feel like that.
We may not even need it. I could die from something totally unrelated that a coin cannot fix.
Perfect.
So, yeah. Don't worry about it.
Listen,
Yeah, what's... You guys are just... I'm apparently a criminal being held hostage.
right.
Is what I was told.
We're all
kind of being
still...
This is...
We're,
What kind of war criminals are we that we're just allowed to walk around? Well, I can't walk.
they're trusting us. They're trusting us because they have leverage on us. Me. Oliver.
Why is he leverage on you? He could be dead.
He could be. And I hope he's not.
They want us to go get him.
So how is he the leverage on you? Are they threatening to kill him, or...?
They're gonna go get him.
They're gonna go to Decravos and get him out of that underground lab.
We are.
They want us to.
You are.
So, like
You guys.
a
all
team.
of us.
Us, right here, us four
No.
only.
No.
Going to get
No.
Oliver.
No,
No, this
not
is just
us.
four. Just us four.
Them. These two. Because
Us.
we are not involved in high treason. Because that's what this
Oh yeah.
is.
Oh, that's a good point.
Speaking of high
That's
treason,
treason. That's
if you want to continue on with to the train of thought that you were on.
No, keep going.
No,
keep going.
no, we were talking about high treason.
You've already committed high treason.
No.
When did I
Kislov is dead.
Kislov.
I had no hand in that fight. Literally.
Well, there were witnesses.
Well, didn't
And the
you
witnesses
start
could say that I was on the ground the whole time. Us
that?
is
Forget it.
not
Did
me.
he start that? So like he committed treason, then.
Technically,
And then we stopped him from committing treason, so we're good.
And
Well, I
us is
commi-
not
I-
me. I was on the ground.
In the first place, I committed treason by trying to kill him in the first place. Right.
You committed treason.
Then he came after us. Because of that, because that you wouldn't kill Oliver, which thank you again. I feel like I've said that
I'm
a
regretting
million
it now
times.
because it
Which
seems like we might be in a
was-
different
Are
situation.
Be-
there
instead.
any
considered
witnesses left that
treason.
know we committed treason?
Yes.
4 of them
The other members of C8 that were there with Kislov.
and ran away.
Let's. Okay. Speaking of treason.
I'm not trying to blackmail you with
You're-
treason. I'm
Well,
not.
no, you're missing somebody who's also treasoning.
Yeah. Yes.
Currently.
Yes.
What's going on?
She
Does somebody want to explain
is
before I die?
Go for it.
I will try my best. It's still a little confusing to me.
You're the only one who was being forthright and honest with me back in the crow's nest, so.
So Lydia, the person we knew as
Mhm.
Lydia,
Mm-hmm.
apparently her name is Annika Bridges.
Okay.
Crazy name.
Her husband, not August,
Shocking.
not dead in war,
More lies.
Mm-hmm.
but died of disease.
Weak.
His name was Joseph.
Wow.
Weak.
Big
She
tough
has
soldier.
a son,
Dying of disease. Weak.
Weak.
a son named Everett.
Our son.
Oh.
She's
Pulling
got
at the
a son.
heartstrings. And you believe this? Like, you believe,
I
like,
mean,
how many different stories did we
I
hear
don't
about her
trust her.
fake husband,
Did she
who's
tell us?
now just another fake story about her husband?
I can tell you what
I wonder
I
if
was
she
gonna
even
say.
was a teacher.
I'm sorry.
I can just let you.
I'm sorry, please.
Did
vent
she
your
put me
anger.
through all of that?
You
All
did
those
really well.
lessons?
I think that was written.
What if? Quick, write something. I can't read it.
It's okay.
It was fake.
It was all a lie.
Yes.
You don't think it's just a little suspicious that all these lies, and then she's like, I'm telling the truth, and then she just
Are you
magically.
even-
Now she has a son, so now you feel bad for her. And
I don't feel bad at all.
Okay, I'm
Are you
just
even
saying.
blind on your one eye? I'm smacking your blind side. Can you see this?
Why don't you cover the right one? And then put your fingers up.
With the.
No, cover my right eye.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Anyway,
Please.
Yeah, give us a second.
it doesn't work. I had to drive here. It was.
Wait, you're not
Horrifying.
proficient.
I know.
It's okay.
It
Hold
took
on.
a long time.
Let's just hear him out here.
I don't trust her,
Her?
Annika.
Well, yeah.
Annika.
Well, yeah.
But the people who are holding us
You.
are forcing all of us to go together for whatever reason.
How are
that
they
they have.
forcing you?
They believe that our best chances of getting Oliver back and getting information on Olin involve all 5 of us because we left together, and they are aware that the 5 of us are still together.
I thought that we were last seen killing Kislev.
We don't know if they ever made it back, the other members of C8.
Most of them ripped their badges off from Ireland.
Treason.
So why don't you guys don't want to be here? So why don't you just do that? I just want to go back and fight for my country.
So we're gonna take Oliver away from the good guys to help him? That doesn't make sense.
Questionably moral guys, but yeah.
Olin's not a good guy.
But he helps people. He helped Rock's girlfriend.
For now.
Listen, I know
Hey,
the
hang on,
situation.
hang on. Alison, Helena. She showed me some records of all of the experiments that Olin has done for a few years. And there, with the exception of Nalia, there haven't been any survivors.
You know how science works. It's advancing.
Doesn't he work
She
on
could be
sick
the-
people? Did
she
they
could-
just die of their sicknesses that they started with?
His experiments.
She could be the breakthrough. She could be the one.
She could be.
And even if she's not, we don't know.
She could die.
She could, but you know what would definitely kill her? Is if Olin's no longer in the picture, he could have some sort of way to fix any problems that crop up because he's dealt with so many problems cropping up.
It's just,
You understand?
part of the job. You know?
I'm emotionally involved with this now.
How many people died here?
I've
in
thought
the
about
hospital?
this. You
You know-
don't think that I want Olin dead? I do.
In the mines, he had to kill a couple of miners to get the ore. It's just the way.
I didn't kill any miner.
Not you. They just died in general.
Yeah, that's true. Listen, my words aren't coming out clearly. I understand that Olin's not a good person, but Olin knows things that could potentially heal things that happened to Nalia. So he cannot
We
die.
should just let
Maybe
him
he
continue
can make Oliver
experimenting on
use-
people.
I killed my brother.
Oh, congrats.
That's... Why?
It was an accident. And he died because of me. And I don't want to keep helping Olin anymore. Because even though I've tried to make a change within Falstadt, I thought Olin would be the best way to do that. But I haven't been able to change anything. And I can't save those people. And they just keep dying. And every time I saw Oliver, that I could see my brother's face. And I don't don't want to keep helping Olin. I just want Oliver back, okay? I don't care what you want to do. You can go back and join Falstaff again and keep fighting until your heart gives out again, but I just need your help to get him back. You don't need me anymore. Your cricket can...
It was never about that.
Why do you need us in the first place? How does that make sense? If we're already considered treasonous, how does us showing up with you?
I don't think Decaros knows yet.
I will help you. What I won't do is betray my country. And it doesn't seem like those things can work together, because I will be knowingly trying to disrupt what's going on in Decravos.
I don't think what's going on in Decravos is known by Falstaff. I think Olin is working on his own.
He may be working for someone else.
So what's the plan? We try to convince them to let us take Oliver. We try to take him by force. What?
We go back.
And what do we do with Oliver once we get him? Because I want to save Oliver too, but if it means handing him over to the enemy, trading one set of problems for another.
What if he can just go home?
He doesn't want to go home. I tried to send him home 100 times.
He didn't have the choice.
He could have left. I would have helped him. I didn't want anybody to be here that didn't want to be there. Because that puts me in danger.
Olin could be working for someone else. He could have bigger plans than for Falstaff. We just need to know. They need to know. And I need Oliver back.
If I help you, I'm no better than Lydia, Annika, whatever. Working for Adelia. Espionage. That's everything I despise, and that's what you're asking us to do.
Don't you want to know what he's doing to Nalia?
I've said before, I don't know what he's doing. Do you think I
Exactly.
understand? Do you
That's
think
what
I
I'm
can
saying.
understand that?
Don't you want to know? What if he's doing all
I don't
terrible things to
understand
her?
what's going on. I don't understand
So
how she
let's
got the way
go
she
and find
is.
out.
We can go and find out.
And what if it comes to the point we have to choose? It's Olin's or
Then we make
killing
that
Olin,
choice.
saving him. If Olin dies, that's Nalia's dead.
You don't know that?
She said herself,
I'm
all of his test subjects died.
But we don't know how far along she is in all of it. There could still be a chance.
All of his research is written down somewhere. I swear. He writes everything down.
Yeah, continue.
So, all right, I'm tracking with everything.
But first, you need to recover.
I can't even walk, Yannick. I can't even walk. I tried to walk and I can't. My legs don't work.
We can hitch him to the back of the car.
I
That wheels.
don't. There needs to be a way here where we need to address our actual superior officers. I cannot do this. That is a death sentence because I will not
What if?
leave Falstaff.
What if we find out that Olin is doing all of the things he's doing without Falstaff authorization, and he's the one that's being treasonous?
But you're
That's a
suggesting to
medal of
do that.
accommodation for you.
I understand.
I mean,
But
top brass
will they
would
see
love
it that way if they know that I would knowingly did that without them knowing? I don't think so.
What did what were we told when we were sent to Park Stromley?
That's actually so much more. You're kind of making good points. You
Anything
understand my
necessary.
quandary.
It's... Yes. I understand. That's what I've been stewing on for quite some time. I've spent 2 years of my life with Falstad, loyal to the cause, working my way towards saving people's lives in a much greater scale than just a doctor in a clinic. And maybe there's a way that when we get back to Dekravos, you're with us, and if it needs to go a certain way and you understand that you have to walk away at a certain point, that's okay. No one has to know that you helped a friend.
I won't lie about her.
No.
I'm not asking you to.
And if
Aren't you?
something happens to Olin, and she needs help.
Not her.
Who? Oh, Lydia.
Yeah. I will not tell them that she is with us. I will do the opposite. Because I am not getting caught up.
How about this? She can be your prisoner. You're bringing her back. Exposing her
Do
to
you want her to be dead?
I'm just trying to get you to help us.
I will help you. There's conditions. First, legs.
Okay. All right.
Second, if I take her in there as a prisoner, she's dead. I'm not saying that I don't want that, but I don't think that my friends would be very happy.
I know. Adelia is putting their own conditions on us as well.
What's stopping you from rescuing Oliver, setting him free, and not going back?
I didn't say I would.
There's all of this. Adelia is holding you hostage for nothing. They have no leverage on us. We know where Oliver is.
Terrible people.
We know where Oliver is. We know what we can do to get him out. They have nothing over us. They set you free to do something that you already wanted to do. Why is everybody trying to help them, and nobody is trying to help me get my legs?
You have your legs.
Oh, right.
Your legs will take time.
I understand.
Okay.
I'm just really caught up on my legs don't work. My legs have never not worked in my
I gave you options. We could cut them off.
We could give you metal legs.
That would also take time.
True.
So it's trading time for time. It's whether or not you want cool and really awesome metal legs or your normal legs that you have now.
Well, now that Yannick's here, the two of them can help you get moving sooner, working harder.
Faster and like jump higher.
Yeah, like
More often.
you know, like what's the problem? Is it like a circulation issue?
You just
Why
have
do I not
muscle
work?
atrophy. You've been lying in a bed
So like,
for a
what
week.
does that mean? Does it need more blood flow?
You just need to move your muscles.
Can you just
No,
can you
no.
like move my blood a little bit, please?
I don't think your heart's strong enough for that yet.
Fine.
You need to get your muscles
I mean, maybe you could
moving.
just do it with your hands, like.
Oh,
Like,
pick up your leg
Like,
and start moving.
I really want these legs to work.
Just
Okay, sorry. Pause.
don't-
We're done with the legs. We're done with the leg.
Can you not feel this?
We're done with the leg talk. What are you doing?
I'm moving your legs.
No, I know. I can see that, but I don't
Can you
feel it.
feel it?
I feel the pressure of it, but I don't feel
What
it.
if I pull on this cord? Right?
Yeah, I don't know where we're at here. I won't help you betray my country. I will help you. There's a gray line here.
Oh, it's not
You
really a
guys
line.
See that?
It's like
and
a
I see
cloud.
that. And we have to toe the line, and I will not betray any of you, but I will not lie
Okay,
about my allegiances to anybody.
I know. What
Seems
if
like in this world, lying gets you further.
Mm-hmm.
What if saving
yeah,
Oliver?
actually, would it help my situation if I just made up that I had a child? Would that make you feel bad for me? It's another dig at the woman formerly known as Oliver. I mean, Lydia.
Lydia?
Sorry, there's just so many names.
So many names.
I don't know the whole plan. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know if we'll make it out of it.
It's not even if we make it. You're helping liars.
Mm-hmm.
The old woman that lied about who she was.
I'm
The
helping
young
Oliver.
woman that lied about who she was. The man that lied about who he
I'm
was.
helping Oliver. And I'm helping...
Just like you were helping all the people with Owen.
Yeah.
For the greater
Maybe
good.
we should, let them think about it.
I don't need to think about it.
Real-
I will help.
We'll go. Well, we can't take you now.
Right
You
now.
have to recover.
We can't take him now.
You're gonna go back to them?
No, we can't go back to them without the two of you.
So you have to wait.
No, I'm saying back to the Adelians.
We do have to take the train back to Praxtrania, which means we have to go back to the Adelians.
To get back.
He just put you in a wheelchair.
I don't understand why you guys are like. I don't know.
I'm not helping them. I'm not joining their crusade. I'm not an Adelian anymore. I'm asking for a favor. A favor that could make you considered treasonous. And according to them, we can't do it without you.
Just come back in a few days, I guess.
We'll help you.
I'll get it.
It's probably Betty.
Can you? The yelling? This is my patient. This is a lot of stress.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Yes.
Betty, what would you do if you were caught between a rock and a hard place?
Choose the.
Would you risk everything to help your friends?
I would think so. I would hope so.
What if your friends are terrible, terrible liars?
Okay, I'm not going to get in the middle of this. Yuri, my shift is done. I'm heading home for the night. So, I wanted to make sure you didn't need anything. And making sure that nobody was going to stress him out too much.
Oh, it's the damage is done.
He's always
New ticker though, so we're good.
All right. The night nurse will be in probably in an hour or two to check in, and I will see you in the morning. Okay?
The night nurse sucks.
With
She's newer.
She's got huge hairy
You
hands.
need to not.
She smells like bologna.
She's not. She's trying so hard not to crack a smirk this time.
She's from.
you'll see me in the morning with.
Chocolate covered croissants.
Oh. You want some chocolate croissants?
I'm having it handled.
I mean, I can get them myself.
Me and Betty have like a thing going on.
Okay.
Not like a thing,
No.
but like a thing. We're friends.
They always did have a thing for.
Oh.
Never mind.
I'm
Bet
sorry.
Ben Brock.
No.
Betty, don't worry about the chocolate croissants. My friend will get them.
Well, no, I don't want to ruin the thing.
No,
we've got
she
going.
makes no money. I'm
Rocky.
sure,
Right.
so.
What's the ship name?
My husband is waiting.
Yeah, please leave.
She opens the door to leave.
Betty. Just follow her out.
Yeah.
She's clocked out.
Have you,
She, by the way, there's a man down the hall
with red hair, and she kind of
Red hair?
Have you ever heard of Dr. Eivor Alamov?
yes.
Player to historian. I can't remember if they were in Proxtrania or here in North Bast. I think they were here.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't happen to work here, do they?
I think he has his own private practice.
In the city?
Mm-hmm.
What? Pull out a pad of paper. Do you mind?
Let's write down an address for you. I'm not sure if he moved or not, but that was the office address before.
Thank you.
Not because all redheads are related by any means, but
You're not out there.
I will ask this question.
I was going to say I was going to follow her
Oh.
out the door.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, she did give us a fake name. I don't think she's gonna out her husband's identity, but go ahead.
I was gonna start walking toward the door
Mm-hmm.
and see if I noticed this gentleman.
Fondling his hair.
Is that yours?
Stealing his wallet, checking his ID.
Is that your husband?
Yes.
Congrats.
Does he look familiar?
Give me an instinct check. Go ahead.
11.
Red hair is not rare,
No.
but that look, green eyes, is. All right. Well, you all have a good evening.
You too. Good night.
She walks down the hall, and they disappear around the corner. And I think that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for episode 1 of season 2, Inevitability.
That's such a good name.
Oh my gosh, it's almost like that's like part of the game mechanics, and it's also part of the world. Whoa.
Inevitability is what
Our health.
or it's our health.
Yes.
It's like HP, IP. You know,
Correct.
that's
Yep.
so for anybody
Death is
watching.
inevitable.
So that's the tie-in there. But we're ranting. So
We are.
So we will see you back in 2 weeks for episode 2 of season 2. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1.
welcome
to the table. See you next time. I grew up knowing the name of Jesus. My parents, who had already found saving faith in Jesus Christ, shared with me the hope that would set the course for my life. I knew that God loved me, but I hated myself. I've always struggled with feeling inadequate, unlovable, and useless to others. I would be paralyzed with guilt whenever I did something that I knew was wrong. Instead of believing that God had grace and mercy for my mistakes, I would pray to be saved again. I was terrified that I wasn't going to be forgiven and would end up in hell when I died. It was exhausting. At about 16 years old, God's Holy Spirit led me to true faith in Jesus Christ. I began to understand the faith that my parents had shared with me. I found true purpose as a son of God. As I said, I had always and still occasionally do feel as if I have no value to anyone. much less the creator of the universe. It is true that God doesn't need me, but he does love me. If I spend time hating myself, I'm hating what he loves. Instead, I thank him for his goodness and grace that guides me to knowing him more and finding purpose in the life he has given me. I want others who struggle with identity and self-hate issues to know that they can find true identity by accepting Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. God's been repairing the parts of me that I want to stay broken. I can promise you that life with Christ is better than life without him.
How can it be that as I roam, thy mercy follows me? Ne'er do I walk without thy grace, thy light abundant be. For great a sinner as am I, cannot thy will obey. But thou didst strike thy only Son, and made for me a way. In times of strife, when sorrows meet, and evil wins the day, I gaze upon thy heavenly seat, and darkness rolls away. Where can I go but to thy hand? It shields me in the fight. For all the days I walk this land, thou art my song at night. And when this heart shall beat its last, no more this air to breathe, thy call